Okay. Good morning. Welcome back to today's class. Date number 15. Yes, 15, I guess. Is it 15? So let's double check. This is week number 8. The first day in week number 8. So it's date number, if I remember correctly, it should be 15. Yes. 15. 6, 7, and number 8. Yes, 15. Now you look at the schedule of our semesters. This is the beginning with for the first learning contract, problem-based learning. We have actually stepped forward into this particular learning contract by skipping the second learning contract a little bit last week. So this week it is expected from this week onward, when you are in this class, you should sit on tables with your team members. And if you look at the specific links, okay, starting from week number 8, actually starting from week number 7, but week number 8 is the best. You can check the team online discussion forum, and please help yourself to see if you could get to the specific team page. Each member, when you come to this particular forum, should be able to see 3 specific links. Definitely I can see more links than you are. You can see the links with your name. You can see the name with your pair name. You can also see the name with your team name. So it is important that when you come to this particular this team-based discussion forum, you select the team names, okay? So I would like each one of you from each particular team now to get online to the Moodle environment and to go to week number 8 and try that out with the team discussion forum. You should be able to see when you step into the link here for the team online discussion forum for weeks number 8 to 10, the name of your team, okay? When you can see the name of the team, step into it and start giving a hello message to the rest of the team member, okay, to make sure that you have access to the team forum discussions. So everybody, would you please do it now to test it out? So, and I'm going to give you a message to the whole team, okay? And I'm going to give to the whole team a message, okay? So here we are. In the meantime, I'm going to give the whole team a message. So I'm going to give to team number 1. So this is team number 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this message. It's longer than I expect. Let's do it now. It's very important that after you have sent a hello message to the rest of your team, you start putting forward your personal proposals in a discussion forum. You need to get your whole team members familiar with your personal proposals. So you should have 4 personal proposals there. And then you start to proceed to discuss about the problem your team would like to do. Okay? So I'm going to team number 2 now. I've already given team number 1 a message. Your job now is to make sure you can come up with the problem that the whole team is able to engage themselves with, and that is the purpose before the end of this week. And it's very important that you do not miss this important thing. This is for team number 2. The best way to give your team members a message is to reply to the specific message I gave you. Okay, then it's very good indeed. And then you start to post your personal proposals in the team discussion forum so that you can start getting familiar with the proposals of every other team members. And that is very important because you need those informations in order to come up with the unique team problems of your own. Okay? And this, we need to do some structured discussions, and I'm helping you to do this now in order to make sure that you proceed with the important step to help each member of your teams to understand your individual proposals. And normally you have 4 members in your team. It takes about 20 minutes time to listen to all the proposals from your team members. And sometimes it's very clumsy to manipulate with a very large screen like this, but somehow you have to fix the problems of not getting used to the large screen. You have to. Yes, but it's okay, we can manage it. You need to make the best use of the class time because it's the best time we can work together with all the members of the team without setting up another extra time slot outside the classroom. So I succeeded in sending out 3 team messages to 3 respective teams now. I'm going to team number 4, and 1 more team to go. Please discuss the proposals on your table using your individual proposal from learning contract number 1. That's the first step, okay? That's the first step. because it's time for you to talk among members of the team. You need the interactions of a team member to understand what you have. You have about 15 minutes time to do this, and then we proceed to the next very important step. It's about wiki. Okay. Yeah. You mean where? When? Oh, okay. The learning contract number 2, you can forget it because it's already incorrect. Learning contract number 3 is November the 1st and the 2nd. The 2 days when you have to submit some kids. You have 4 weeks time to do it. So you need to make sure the timeline is made possible within everybody's time commitment. Okay, I succeeded in sending to each team a team message, and I also could see that you have already given to your team members the hello greeting message. Now the next thing you need to do, that's very important, is that you have to go to your team discussion forum, okay, and each member of you should now create a discussion thread in your team discussion forum called My Proposal. If you are Haley, you have to say Haley's proposal. If you're Renee, you have to say Renee's proposal in your team discussion forum. And then you don't just attach the proposal there, you copy and paste your whole proposal detail so that each member in your team could read your proposal. Now, it takes about 2 minutes time for you to copy and paste your personal proposals into your team discussion forum so that now we could start up with 4 individual proposals in each teams. Okay? Now remember, your missions here is to make sure you could come up with a team problem before the end of this week, and the best is before the end of today. Okay? So you need to put your individual proposals there for the whole team to take a look at. And you can spend time, 5 minutes, explaining to the whole team, each one of you take turn, what your proposal is. And then all the team members engage in giving feedback on what is the possible problem your team would like to do. And you must nail down the problem as soon as possible. Okay, now please do that. You have your proposal, all right? You copy and paste the proposal and make it as a discussion topic in your team discussion forum. And you name each of these proposals, your proposal. For example, if it's Renee's proposal, Heidi's proposal, Ariel's proposal, Maria's proposal. Okay? And then you discuss about your proposal. Okay? Take some time to do it. You're doing something in class. And then in about 20 minutes time, I'm going to help you to understand the wiki, the operations of the wiki in the specific context of the work. Okay? In the first learning contract, you need to start using the wiki to carry the evidence of your group work, to showcase the achievement of the work. Okay? And also you learn the technique so that you can transfer the same wiki technique to building your learning portfolio after learning contract number 3. Now your midterm exam will come after you have submitted the artifacts for learning contract number 3, mostly in the first week of November. Let's take a look at that. This is October. In the first week of November, I would say it's mostly on November the 5th. Okay, it's the time when you have to write the midterm. And you will do the midterm in a computer room, not in this room, because you need a computer. You have to use Moodle to do it. Okay? So the midterm is nothing more than just like what you did in the learning contracts. You need to select a problem. You need to write a short journal of the problem based on the OIA. You need to post your OIA of the journal in the discussion forum and engage your partner or your team partner to discuss with you in about 30 minutes. And then you need to write a blog. Okay? You do not need to write a report. Okay? So it will be very interesting. In about 75 minutes, you have to do selections of a topic, write a journal based on OIA, find some relevant references, discuss with your team or peer member, and then write your own blog on the topic. Remember, you have to select a topic which is different from your partner's topic. Okay, that will be the rules of the game. So in a midterm, it will be something like what you have been doing in the learning contracts 1 and 2. All right. I will announce this once again in this week's teacher's message. I'm supposed to issue the teacher's message this week today. Okay. So let's take a look at the discussion forum for team number 1. You need to post your proposals. Okay. Send your proposals there, individual proposal. So your 4 members, so you have 4 proposals. Okay. So let's take a look at the team number 2. Okay. So team number 2, do we have the proposals there? Okay. Now you have to have 4 topics posed by 4 of you first, but our 1 member is missing today. So you have a proposal, right? Sita, Alexa, Rowie, you need to post your proposals there, okay? And listing all the details so that everybody can have a record of your personal proposals. And then you can come down to some possible topics of the team proposals. Okay, that will be very important. Okay, welcome back, welcome back. So let's see, let's walk through this. And everybody has to do something which is very important to the success of the group. So we have Heidi's group, Kenneth, and India. You need to post your proposals, okay? Can you do it now? Do you have your proposals? All right, so somewhere in your USB fingertip, all right? So post your proposals there. You have your individual proposal submitted already in learning contract number 1, then you post your proposals there. You have to, because you need to nail down the topics into your team's problem. What's the problem the team is working on, okay? Yes. I need to take a neat picture indeed. Yeah. Then team number 4. Nicholas, Eric's proposal. That's very good. Nicholas' proposal, Eric's proposal. This proposal is Hector. You should say Hector's proposal. And then you have the Daryl's has not done the proposals yet. And then you have 5 members there, but only You now have only 3 proposals and 2 more should be coming, okay? So, and then you need to start talking about the group. This time, actually, you need a table far from the hexes of the other table, so you can talk about this one after the other. It's very important that you start doing things like this. And remember, these things that you are talking now should be part of the meeting minutes. Should be part of the meeting minutes, okay? You have several classes, it's 6 classes before the due date, so you have to use this class time to work things out, all right? So make sure you spend about 10 to 15 minutes time getting your initial discussions and proposals on track. And it shall be extended to 20 to 30 minutes because each one of you should give your member in 5 minutes time explaining to you his or her proposals topic on your table. Now this is part of the PBL working sequence. The next thing you need to do is you must have the end of the class briefing, okay? Each team comes here to brief on the whole class, what's the status of progress in working out a problem of your team. And you need to get used to the patterns of working out things in class, reporting to the whole class, the specific progress done by individual members of your team, as well as what exactly is the problem you're working with. Introduce to us your problem-based learning proposals. If, and only if you've already got your proposals worked out. Anything happened to originate today? Any idea? Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to take attendance for the day, just to make sure that we have the records written out. Okay? Yes. Maria, are you here? Thank you. And then Fritz. Fritz is not here yet. Alexa, yes. Romy, yes. Annie, thank you. Darrow, thank you. Nicholas, thank you. Tom, thank you. Haley, yes. Rico, thank you. Kesley, thank you. Sita, thank you. And then Kami, thank you. Ariel, thank you. Renee is here, right? Thank you. Kenneth, thank you. Adia, thank you. Coco, thank you. Acta, thank you. Eric, thank you. Regine, oh, she's not here today. All right, so now make sure you have any question, you can please ask me. Last time when I tried to inform you about the possible questions or topic you can actually choose, remember I have given you this set of questions to reflect on the final topic you would like to use as the problem of the team in learning contract number 3. If you count from this week onward, you have 3 more weeks to get your learning contract number 3 done. And you will have to submit the learning artifacts for this learning contract on November the 1st and November the 2nd. That means the final deadline will be 11:55 p.m. November the 2nd, 2015. And then you will have a midterm exam on November the 5th, which is on Thursday, which is about 75 minutes midterm based on what you did in journaling, discussions, and blogging. Okay, basically something like this. And you can guess that I will just invite you when you come to the midterm to select a topic from all the questions here, okay? That is from week 1 to week 10, and you just select one umbrella topic, okay? Or select a specific personalized topic after you have already made one topic from here, okay? And you can use the given resources, which is already given in the reading list, or you can actually use your information literacy skill to discover relevant references during the time of the test, and then use that references as the basis to write your OIA set of the journals. Okay, it's very flexible. There's no big deal, no secret. All the midterm is based on measuring you on how mature you have become in selecting a topic, in doing information literacy, research of the topic, and writing out your journal based on the specific inquiry-based learning patterns of OIA, a form of practical thinking, discussing the OIA set with your peer member, and then writing out your personal blog on that specific topic. All right? So you have to make it work within 75 minutes. 75 minutes, it's 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay? I'm going to stop your conversations in about 10 minutes time so that we could spend about 15 minutes time on a specific topic called collaborative wikis on the Moodle environment. Okay? So keep talking among members of the team on the possible topic of your team for learning contract number 3. And of course, if you have questions, please let me know by raising your hand. I will be at your table.
在电脑室左右。
have to, let me remind you, whenever you work on tables like this, you need to designate some roles in your team, particularly the coordinator, the so-called servant leader. The coordinator needs to make sure that the whole teams are on the same page, and so one important role designated by the coordinator is the secretary of the team, who's going to keep records of the discussions, making sure that you're on track based on the goals to be achieved. For example, the goals to be achieved by your team is to make sure that you can start up with a problem and work on the problem for 3 weeks. And on November the 2nd, before 11:55, make sure you can submit the team as well as the individual set of learning artifacts. And these are very important. And whenever you sit together, gather together in class, you must have internal mechanisms of briefing done by one important member of the team. For example, the reporter. Your team must have a roll call reporter who's going to report on the progress of the team based on the guidelines given by the coordinator, based on the details drafted by the secretary, and of course based on the work done by individual members. So you have to also set a role called the inspector in your team. The inspector needs to knock on the door of individual team member to remind them that they should got things ready every time you meet in class. It's not that typical. You have meetings on Monday and you also have meetings on Thursday. And so you have about 2 days time in between to work things out. And of course, you can also select to meet virtually on Friday evening or Saturday morning to manage things. And so all of these should be in your meeting minutes that you are going to submit it when you submit the learning artifacts for learning contract number 3. And remember, at least 3 meeting minutes are required to keep track of the teams working. Okay, so when you read the meetings minutes, is the meeting minutes which contains decisions made, actions to be followed up, and individual duties reported of individual members. It's very important, and of course the intermediate recordings of individual member. Now what you need to do today is to spend time explaining to your table members your topics, that is your proposals presented for learning contract number 1. And of course, at the end of your 4 or 5 members' presentations of the respective proposals, you have to make a decision. Should you choose a proposal from the one presented already, or should you come up with a new one, which is much more consistent with the interest of the whole team? Okay? That means the interest of the individual members of the team. So these things you need to talk. You cannot waste the precious time in class not to talk about this, all right? You have 4 to 5 more minutes to go in your discussions. My job here is to make sure that I'm giving you time to meet in class and work things out face to face, okay? Before you come to virtual interactions on good or bad. It's important that you set a mini goal, and at this point of your work that, as I mentioned earlier, it's better for you to decide on which problem to work on by the latest of this Wednesday, okay? So that you will have a problem on the table when you come back on Thursday. So can you manage to do this? Sure, you can do it. How are you going to do this? Now that you have finished discussing the individual proposals with your team members on the table, you need to ask the questions, give a surveys to all the members of the table. What is their inclinations, or which proposal they incline to choose, okay? Sometimes it's difficult, but if you don't like all the proposals, it will be a good time for you to come up with a new one based on the current interest of individual member of your team, okay? You can definitely work this out because that's the step forward, okay? So allow me to bring your attention to a simple example of a wiki that I borrowed from last year's students, okay? So this is the wiki carried forward by last year's student. From the front page of the wiki is basically an organizer, okay? The wiki allows all the members of this team, which contain 3 pairs, to work together. And you can see that each member takes up a specific role. For example, this is team number 0 from CISG114 section 1. It contains 3 pairs, pair number 2, pair number 3, and pair number 5. And they have 6 members. So first of all, they work out the team structure. For example, the leader is marketing, the coordinator. There's a secretary done by Winnie, and all the time when you have discussions in class, the leader will inform the secretary the agenda item, and the secretary will share the agenda item to all the team members before they come to meet. And then they do have communicators like the reporter. The reporter will collect information from the secretary, communicate with the leader, and give a briefing to all the members of the team of what to do, what not have to be done. The inspector is the one to go after you to make sure you get your work done, so that when you come together in a team meeting, you have something to share. The timekeeper is also very important because if you're not all the time in class, normally we have brief meeting minutes from 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, and then in between we have other things to do. So you need to have a very good timekeeper to time the importance message done by each one of them. And so this is the basic setup of the team. They have a leader, they have the secretary, they have the communicator, sometimes we call it the reporter, and they have the inspector, and they have the timekeeper. So you need to make sure within your team, you have 4 persons. The different roles could be done by 1 person or 2 persons. It's very up to you. And they give me the information in the first meeting minutes, which you can see somewhere here. Now, let's take a look at that. In order to get learning contract number 3 done, they have to prepare a number of artifacts, which is based on the specifications given. So this is the simplest organizations. Each one of them need to complete some learning journals, so they have 6 of them. So they set up the link so that this is Martin's journal, Whitney's journal, Sharon's journal. Each journal topic must be different. So they share the topic so that once they know Martin's topic, they will not select the same topic there. Okay, in order to avoid conflicting with the rules of the game. The second thing is they have the team discussion forum, which is the forum I just introduced to you. And then each one of them need to write a blog. The blog. Now this time the interesting challenge is they need to write a blog based on the same topic, the topic of the problem-based learnings. Okay? But they must write it from a different perspective based on his or her own contributions and his or her own perspective of the problem. And then they have 4 meeting minutes. You can click into it and see the meeting minutes. And then they have to do the discussions report together. And since this is problem-based learning, only 1 topic for the whole team to write a report together. This is a collaborations effort. And then the proposals definitely play the proposals that I invite you to come up with. Now you have not. But for them, they have actually come up with these after the step that I just recommend to you. And once they have done this, they put the proposals in the form of Microsoft Word document. And then there's something called self-assignment. That means each of them has to do something on their own, and then they have to propose what they need to do in order to get the topic done. And so each one of them have a link. So these are specific links to get into the detail. After they got the report, they produced the PowerPoint. And after they got the PowerPoint, they produced the digital story using the PowerPoint by recording the voice over the PowerPoint. And so one thing that is much more important that I would like to bring to your attention is they start using the course intended learning outcome as the basis for them to elaborate on the specific the students are able to do at the end of doing this project. So they select CILO 3. It's basically, if you look at the course syllabus, you can see that CILO 3 is a long statement, and then break the statements into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 important things. And each one of them, or some 2 of them, is going to elaborate on that specific thing. By doing what? By doing some examples on this, and keeping track of the examples to demonstrate that they are not just talking about something. They can actually demonstrate doing that. But look, they have actually chosen 2, or indeed 3, CLO to do. So they have 2 CILO, the course intended learning outcome, and all of these, each one of these 2 are done by collaborations. You see the one important thing done by more than 1 person, and each person's also done by cooperations, responsible for this part, this part, this part, and this part. This is a very important opening page to share with the whole class what this team is doing in order to encompass this set of artifacts with this basic set of organizations. Nothing big, but just following up with the requirements of this learning contract. But this is done on the wiki. The wiki, where is the wiki? Well, the wiki is just on your Moodle environment here. If you go to wiki number 8, you can slide down here. The wiki is just the name after the team online discussion forums. If you click on this, okay, you can see that you will be brought to a page. They ask you, do you want to create a new wiki? This is done by you by default. Don't take this one or this one. Keep this one, okay? And then if you're team number 4, yes, I'm team number 4 and create a page. So you create a page, they will present you with this editor, the same editor you use to edit your journal message, your discussion forum. And then you would now need to create your front page here, okay? So you would like to create a front page in what way? Very simple, just type in something. For example, I could type alright, so if you like, so I'm going to use header 1, very big, and then I say this is for this. And then maybe I just change the color to red. And then this is a collaborations wiki. So I'm going to point collaborations wiki for this. Okay, and then collaborations wiki, I give it a green color, something like this. So you like, this is a green color. So that will be a message. Okay? So, and then what are you going to do? Good show. So here is a wiki. I just type in something. So I need to save them. So I save them. So after I save them, you see this is my front page. Okay? And the system has already done something for you. They have already divided this into different parts. And this is the front page. Alright? So if you like to edit this part, you can explore it a little bit. But remember, whenever you need to edit your wiki, you must click this edit link. When you edit it, you can be presented with this, and then alright? Now suppose you want to come up with something like this, okay? Suppose you want to come up with something like this. Well, I would say it's perfect. Let's say we try to copy some of this. And then come back here. What I would like to do is, let's see if I can do it. No, it's okay. So I'm going to place it here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it here, but I would like not to use those name limits because these are not applicable to you. So I would say this is team number 4. Here is team number 4, and team number 4 has which two pair? Can you tell me? Which two pair? Number 2 and number 9. 9? Okay. Number 2 and number 9. Okay? So we do not have the third pair. So we can just take them away. And then who are the 2 members there? Say, do we have pair number 2? Eric. Okay, let's give Eric the boost. And who is the other one? Tom. Okay. So pair number 9. Who are in pair number 9? Daryl. Okay. And then Hector. So now we can actually change those names. Let me try to unname them first. Okay? after I unnamed them, there's no risk of getting into someone else's discussion forum or blogs. So your meeting minutes. You see what I'm doing? I'm just actually creating a template for you. And you can follow with this template, or you can recreate a new one for your own. All right? So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to save them. Yes, I'm going to save them. So now you have a new nook on your front page, okay? So that it's the compositions, and that are some of the things that you want us to be informed. Particularly, you have given us the important learning goals of your problem. By giving all of us the information directly from the course intended learning outcomes 3 and 4. My voice is getting turbulent. Okay, now I have not shown you at this point how to continue with this by creating other pages which can be linked up together under this front page. And that is a very important technique. So, are you ready for this technique? Okay. Now, let me have a break of 2 minutes and invite you to talk about this important wiki in your table. And when I come back in 2 minutes, I'm going to show you how to create pages linking up with this front page. All right? So, excuse me for about 2 minutes.
再大字母1然后就直接往上就这个在随便这个不用这个就是你勾交的就在勾交的账户里面就对，就是你勾交就是下次把钱再减掉。这个多用，就是这个多发，然后下一个是，比如下一个就是发了一个邮件之后，还有那就换算。你那个上面其实这边没显示有
Thank you for your waiting and thank you for your discussion, which is excellent. When it teaches a way, students are more likely to discuss. All right, so I just want to make sure, do you understand the structure here? The structure is one example to help put together the whole teams to do something together based on the requirements of the learning contract. You can actually design it with your own ideas as to what the pair is supposed to do, the contributions, or the specific aspects of the recording. So the next things I would like to show you is how exactly could we build pages one after the other on this. Oh, there's something great about this, but I'm not going to show you this because you cannot see that. Let me try to click on this. Yes, you can see that they actually have something good about this to tell me. But for the other teams, this is how they work things out. Maybe I just have to take this on in a sense. All right, this is a rather long something. Let's take a look at that. Wow, that's it. Yes, that is some evidence they collect in order to demonstrate to the whole class that they are able to use the concept of the block with different examples. Okay, these are screen captures done by the students and they put it in a Microsoft Word. Examples of they know what this is all about and they did something to collect information to tell it what is meant by the rap blocks to keep a learning journal for this. It's too far away from it. Now let's talk about this from the perspective of creating pages. Let's go back to edit. Remember for the wiki is edit, save, and view. Okay, edit, now we go to edit. So we go to edit, and under the edit page, let's enlarge this, okay? And so now suppose I would like to create a space for this team, starting from this front page. The trick in using the wiki is, if I could put some special symbols to enclose an English word or some specific strings of English word like this, I could create the pages. And the way to do it is put it to square bracket at the very beginning, put another closing bracket at the end. So I'm going to create a space for the team. I'm going to create a space for this pair. The way to do this is I'm actually creating a page using the name of this word. That's the name of the page. Let's see if I could succeed. Now I'm going to save them. So once I have saved them, you can see that those strings of words originally not in red in color, and originally they're not italics, now turn red and become italics. And this is the way to remember under the wiki system of the UN Moodle. That means these three specific guides here, they are now the names of the links. They're ready to have one page of this name. So how can I create a page with this name now that they are only the links? Link does not mean they have a page. It's just a path. But towards the end of the path, if there is no roof, the path is no use. So the links are not going to be of much use if you do not use them to create a page. Now, as I said, I would like to create a space for the team so that the whole team can enter this big room to do teamwork together. And then those who belong to this pair, they can enter this room called the pair 02 room to do pair work together. And those who belong to pair 09 can enter the pair 09 room to do works together. So what I need to do is just to click on this link. And the Moodle system will ask me, do you want to create a new page? Okay? And this new page is immediately created under this team 04. I say yes. So what I need to do is now I create a page. So under this page, now I have a team 04 page. But look at the very beginning. Okay? This is the name of the team. Alright? So let's say I'm now creating a table. Team table for members. Okay, that's it. Suppose this is what I would like to create. So in this room we have team tables for members. I could say team chairs for members. And I could say team lunch for members. Whatever you can think of, alright? So now I save this. So in the team room, I could see that we have tables, we have chairs, and we have lunches for members. Now, how can I get back to the front page? In order to get back to the front page, I need to have something called home link. In order to know where the home link is, you need the maps app. The map give you all the links. So when you click on the maps now, you can see that this is the collaborations wiki at the very beginning. And underneath the collaborations wiki, you have just created a page with this name. So this is your home link. This is your home link. I just copy the link address. So now I go back to edit this page. In order to edit this page, I say home. Info force collaborations wiki. Okay, so then I'm going to give it the address here by clicking on this link. And I copy and paste the address here. And I say open with a new window. And then I say insert. Now you can see that I have insert the home address into this sequence of letter. Okay? The next thing I need to do is I have to save them. Now I've just saved them, so you can see that now if I click on this thing, where should I go? I will be brought back to the front page. Okay? So now from the front page, I can get into the specific page with this name, and from this page, I can go back to the front page. Okay? So using this idea, you can easily create the specific page for pair 02 and also the specific page compare all 9. Now it's really up to you what to put there. You can imagine this is your virtual area, or this is your office building, this is your office room, this is the small office room for pair 02, small office room for pair 09. And you can also have small office for Eric, the individual space. So let's add some individual space. So that is the individual space. So I could say the individual space for Eric, the leader. Eric may not be the leader all the time. And then there is a Hector space. Remember the special use of these 2 corresponding sets of square brackets in the Moodle environments for Wiki represent a generator for links. And you must use them to enclose the name which you're going to use as an important label into some specific space. Okay, so let us try to save this again and see if we can create some links for individual space. Now you can see that Eric and Hector's becomes red in color and they are also italics. So they are ready to be turned into a specific page. We call this a wiki page. And actually the front page is also what we call wiki page. But under the front page, the different levels of pages. And for different level of pages, is a good enough organization for you to create the structure to store your working details. Okay? So a wiki is a very flexible systems of web pages in which all the members of the team are welcome to add things together. That means to do things together, to write, to talk, to share, to build things together. So, similarly speaking, you can see that how you can create links for this, representing the journals area, and link this up to the team discussion forum. Okay? So, I think I have to stop here, and today I've just given you enough of the guidelines and the practice for you to build your wikis. Use the wiki links already in store for your teams in your Moodle environment, and start building your front page and possible extend the pages representing the individual work based on your ideas. Okay? So I'm looking forward for your sign up so that I can listen to your sharing starting on Thursday. Remember the sign up link is already there on last week's topic online discussion forums. This is week number 7. Okay? Week number 7. If you go to week number 7 and click on the topic online discussion forums, I've given you the sign up for this week, day 15 and day 16. And I have to apologize, Haley. Time is up. So you would definitely have your sign up on this first. All right? So thank you very much. Actually, Haley has already given me the indications we would like to share today, but because of the importance of the wikis, that I would like to make sure that we spend our time here for this important things. So I've already taken attendance, and I would say I'm going to see you on Thursday. And I encourage you that you should sign up for our first days in-class participations with your whole team or with your individual sharings. But definitely we have at least one speaker that's paid. That's it for today's CISG114 Section 1, day number 15 into the semester week number 8.